Well, Coach, while much of the country is struggling under cold temps and some of that white stuff, no such troubles here at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now the first carry for Bush. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. Over the middle, that's caught by Owens. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here we go. Henry, it's free. It's our deal. It's ours. Kill. So small. 55. Crunch time.
He'll drop to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Owens. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 39-yard line. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Second and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Owens. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw here. And this is going to be incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the Bills' opening drive yields 3. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Rosen and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Mike 54. Mike 54.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. Go. And here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
On 3rd down, Rosen. He finds Kalen Ballage, his running back. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
The Dolphins, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. It's a corner now.
Throw left side complete. It's Grant. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
They run it with Ballage. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
3rd down and 12.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down.
Check. Monday. Check 20. 80. Hey, Zoo. Watch out. Check Mike 54.
From the gun, it's Rosen. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
55's my guy, 55. I know he ain't got it.
Second and 14. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
Let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle.
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up.
Look at me, zipper. In your face. Hey, Haywood. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. Check. Check hot route. Hot. Check 4. Check 4.
And now we're going to get a delay of game. And that's going to back him up halfway. They're inching closer and closer here to the wrong goal line.
When you're backed up like that, all you're trying to do is make sure you don't give up a big play, right? You don't miss an assignment that really gets you into more trouble.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
55. Here we go. Out. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Got to be careful here, backed up this deep on 3rd down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Right there, 54 Mike. Hey, watch the slant, watch the slant.
They'll run here with Balaj. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Rosen will throw. Being chased out left. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Dolphins, 1st down.
It's a party now. Alert.
They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. And this is caught. It's Parker. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
Balaj. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Loss of 2 brings up 3rd and 10.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Hug.
I'm coming after you.
80. Hey, team 6. Team 6.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
54, Mike. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Hey, quarter. Watch the edge.
Here's a run with Balaj. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Kalen Balaj. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Switch.
Hey, check right. Watching your 5.
Here we go. Hatchet. 1, 6, 4, 3.
They'll set up a throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Check.
Now Balaj. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. The Dolphins on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Watch the screen.
Rosen to throw on third down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be caught. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a 1st down. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Hey, exit.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And a loose football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. Accelerating, and off he goes. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee as they'll start at the 21-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Target. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
80. 55. Right there in the middle. 55.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Monday. Alert. Check. Crouch. Scoop.
From the gun on third down, it's Rosen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
First and 10 at the 42-yard
Check,
line.
55 to Mike.
Monday.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike.
Throwing now, Rosen on first down. And this is Parker, complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Hey, whoa,
At the
55,
47-yard line.
Now it's Rosen. Dancing to his left. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now a handoff here to his running back. Now they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Monday. Hey, orbit.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. On the ball.
On first down, it's Rosen. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week, and this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the first half. But now they've gotten their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now Rosen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Grant. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again. Back.
Monday.
55. Here we go, D. Get off the front quarter.
Hey, Foxtrot. Let's go.
So that'll back him up 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
I'm coming after you.
Hey, Charlie.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Now Rosen looking to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins are going to jump back in front. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 14-10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A big play here for the Bills. 52 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games of
feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Christian Wilkins in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Bush. A solid move on the run, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line. Down at the 2. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
Trying to punch it across with Bush. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bills have once again taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 17-14. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The drive will commence with a run by Balaj. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kalen Balaj, his second touchdown of the night, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house. Yeah,
it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Switch.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Kill. Watch the safety creep.
They're going to look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Shift. Check your hot read. That's it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that pushes the lead up to 11. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they've got to be still reeling from the events of a moment ago. What a turn on that last play.
You're knocking on the door. You're about to take it in. You think you're going to get some points on the board. Instead, you cough it up and watch them take it the rest.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier Howard. Well, So another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Kalen Ballage with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 18 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, one-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Right there, 54.
Hey, Delta.
54, Mike. I'm here all day. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Here's Rosen. And he finds Parker here, complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
To throw is Rosen. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead it just brings up 4th down.
Jason Sanders for the Dolphins. A 54-yard attempt.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Charles, this one, not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Watch the run, watch the run, watch the run. Kill.
2nd and 1. Throw left side complete. It's Bush. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a 1st down. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Shit! Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Owens. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
SOS, 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 SOS.
Check 43. Slam. Under 10. 10.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Coming off the line, he's been wreaking havoc all year. And look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
And I know that many people don't have him first on their list right now, but he deserves that type of consideration. You mentioned it. All year long, he's made big plays and continues to do so. Imagine if he has a big game here. If so, he could vault himself right into the #1 spot.
Check 52.
He'll drop to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Christian Wilkins racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Undercrush. Check.
He'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here. Complete. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to fourth down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Whip. Watch this.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Bills' drive stalls out on fourth down. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey.
And to give this time to the tailback. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on first and 10.
Go.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up second and goal.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a fourth one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that fourth.
And why wouldn't they? It's not just getting the fourth. He's the hot hand, so to speak, right? The hot feet in this situation. And he knows how to find the end zone. That time he just didn't get there.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal.
Brings up third and goal.
The Dolphins on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is third and goal.
Hey,
And Now it's Rosen looking. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Check right. Watch 55. You're trash. Mike 55. Hey, defense, let's go.
Hey, alert 3. Check 26.
Check 37.
Here's a 2nd and 7. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Christian Wilkins, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
Stop here, D. Pick the edge. Check.
They'll look to throw here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Owens. A good pickup there, a 22. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So they're
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Christian Wilkins in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. They'll drop the throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
They'll set up to throw. They'll find Metcalf. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
That's it. Mike 55. Record.
Mike 55. Mike 55. Mike 55. Yeah.
Delta.
Mike 55. Right there in the middle. 55. That's right, baby.
They'll set up a throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Let's go. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Check. Arvin. Check. Check.
Second and 13. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
You got tight. You got tight right there. 49. Check 49. Check 49. Kill Kenny Weapon. Hey, turn it up. Turn it up. Alert 3. Alert 3. Alert 3. Check. Check the back.
Now back to throw. He finds Taylor, complete. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Back to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points.